This lady speaking in the background her name is Kaone Tizoh Mosenyi, who is a lecturer at AWIL College, and formerly known as AVDA. Thank you so much for joining us today, boss lady.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, ladies.
I was just telling
How are you?
we're good. We're good. We're so excited to have you here today. And I was just telling
Thank you for having me.
and the viewers at home that you are so afraid of being in front of the camera because you are the boss behind it. So, yeah, with somebody who knows their story. 13 years in the game is no child's play.
That's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you so much.
it is an honor and a privilege. But we would just like to get to know AWIL College a little bit better. Maybe you could tell us what you guys stand for and what you guys actually offer.
Okay. Hello, ladies. Hello, everybody at home. Like Sadi has said, my name is Tizoh Mosenyi. I'm a lecturer here at AWIL College. AWIL College, like Sadi has said, was formerly AFDA Botswana. It was established under the AFDA South Africa brand, but now we are standalone. We are a 100% citizen-owned institution.
Yes.
We've been in existence for 5 years now. We're still growing, but very content.
Sure.
Yes, and yeah, we're a film school. That is what they call us. We're a film school. We're actually the only film school in Botswana, and we offer a couple of courses. We don't have a really big population of students because we believe in small classes so that we can give our students, all the attention that they deserve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But then your role as a producing lecturer and a production course coordinator, what does that entail? Because that sounds quite wordy, and we would want to know the gist of what exactly it is that you do. When you stand in front of the students that you have, what do you deliver?
Okay. Maybe before we go into that, Sadi, please allow me to just tell everybody at home about the courses that we offer here at AWIL College. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. We have BA courses that take 4 years, and we also have an honors program that takes a year, and also a higher certificate course that also takes a year. The BA in live performance is about screen acting and stage acting. This is a very popular course here at AWIL College because, as you know, so young people like being in front of the camera, they like being TV presenters, they like being artists, they like to sing, and that is what we offer under live performance. And then we also have a degree in motion picture media. And this is where our students will graduate as producers, as directors, as production designers, as sound designers, etc. Our courses, like every other degree in Botswana, they last for 4 years. Our BA courses last for 4 years. And during this 4 years, we teach our students what they're going to do in the industry. We like saying that our students are industry ready when they graduate. And this is also because when you graduate and be a motion picture medium, before you graduate, the film that you make as your graduation project has got to go to the cinema before you can graduate.
Yes.
And this is us sharing what we do here at our college with everybody else, with our parents and with our friends and with people in the industry to see what we do. And then we let the public be the judge and tell us if the movie was really good, or it was average, or it was poor. So yes, so when our students do graduate, they're industry ready. They can go right into the industry and start making films.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That is
That's
quite
fantastic.
It's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
that's awesome.
Oh man, so exciting. But of course, you get to appreciate what you're actually at the forefront of influencing so much conversation wise, be it realistic, fictional, when it comes to media content. So can you just please explain what it is that you feel, or let me say people in production, what is the idea behind the role that media plays in influencing behavior and thought processes, let me put it that way?
Okay, let me take you back again to the question that you asked me before about what I do here at AWIL College. Like you said, I'm a producer lecturer. I teach the students producing television and film producing. And this is where we teach our students about the business side of a television or film production.
Yes.
Producers are people who look after the budget, the money. So, as you know, Sadi, in this industry, people always say that as creatives, we are not able to afford ourselves. We can't sustain our lifestyles. So we teach our students to be able to hire themselves when they graduate and also hire their peers. So that is what I do at producing. And producing is about logistics of how a production should go. So that is what I teach. But I also teach, I'm also a coordinator of the production course, which is the core course that is done by all the students in the school. And it is the foundation of all the disciplines.
Right.
So that is what I do. That is what I teach. And I enjoy it very much.
I know.
Okay, now coming back to your yeah, okay, coming back to your question. I think, well, the media plays a really big role in the lives of young people. Like we know right now, young people are obsessed with the internet, with what is offered in the media, with television, with film, especially with social media. They are always on TV. I mean, they're always watching stuff on TV, watching films, and also on social media across all platforms of social media. So the media plays a really big role in their lives because everything that they see influences their thinking. It also influences their ideas and also what they look at as ideal or what kind of lives they should lead. Everything that they see, they think that this is it. And the only thing that I pray about is that I hope they are mature, smart enough to know what is bad and also what is good, because not everything that you consume is actually good for you.
True.
And the other thing that is a bit worrying is that our young people consume a lot of international content because, and I mean, this is also because we don't really have that much content here at home.
That is very true. That is very true. But in the context that, we are consuming so much content from here as well as outside, but predominantly from international arenas, some of this content is not really as clean as we would want it to be. As you'd mentioned, that some is good, some is bad. But for the people that are sitting there and consuming all of the bad, let me not put it that way, some content which is cringeworthy or can be criticized, which critics would be there and would have an opinion about. What can you say to them? Because sometimes we do realize that, yes, we are influenced, or this can influence somebody in this way, but they personally won't be able to say, I'm influenced badly, or I'm seeing that this is causing good in my life. They don't see the influence that it poses. So what can you say about consuming content that way? What advice would you put forward?
Okay, to the young people who are watching, what I can say is that, I mean, you guys were born into this era where everything is there. Everything is available. You can watch whatever you want to watch and see whatever you want to see and also consume whatever you want to consume. But the thing is also, it goes also back to guardians and parents that we should be able to control what our young people are consuming. But the problem is, Sadi, when they grow up and go to universities, they are now adults, so they are in control of what they watch, and also they're in control of how they watch it. So it's a bit difficult for me to say that we can actually control what they watch. But the only thing that we can do maybe is to talk to them about it and advise them on how to consume this content that they watch every day. Because, for instance, I mean, social media, for instance, it's open. It's too open. Kids can watch whatever they want to watch, and there's no control in it, and it's not monitored. It's not monitored as much as it should be. So it's up to them to be smart enough to know that, even though I watch everything that I watch, I should be able to tell that this is bad content and I should not adopt it. And this is good content that can help develop me as a person and make me a better person. And things that they consume should be things that can develop them academically and also socially. I don't know if I answered your question.
You have really. But I've got a personal question that I would like to pose. When I was studying marketing in my foundational year, we did a module of psychology. And that way I got to understand better how my course is going to actually impact the mind of the people that I'm posing a product to, or posing a scenario to, or selling an idea to. So I want to know if that's something that people at AWIL College will be put through in order for them to create thought-provoking, moving, emotional content, a call to action type of content. Do they go through that process in the foundational years or
Absolutely.
whatever? Yeah. So please.
Absolutely, study. Absolutely. Yeah, because the one thing that as you know, we make films right from first year. So
Yeah.
every time we talk to our students about the films and the content that they produce, the one thing that I always say to them is that, please, can you produce content that is originally Botswana, that has got Botswana culture in it? You know how we uphold Botho,
Yes.
and we don't want films with obscene language, with a lot of nudity and foul language. And we do encourage them all the time that the films that you make should be able to change somebody's life positively, especially young people, because we want them to make films for other young people, and we also want them to make films with other young people who are not even in the industry or who are not our college students, so that they can also help them and inform them and share with them the knowledge and the skills that they learn here at AWIL College.
Mm, beautiful. Nicely said. And I know that, when it comes to content creation and production and all of that, there's somebody at home probably hasn't gone to AWIL College, or they are hoping that they can learn as they go. What can you do in order for you, what can you say rather to advise them in order for them to move in a certain direction so that they can reach their goals? A word of encouragement for them.
A word of encouragement for who exactly? Sorry.
Aspiring producers, aspiring content creators.
All right. At the moment, to all those who want to go into the industry as professionals, because the one thing that I've noticed about people who make films, especially here in Botswana, and most of them do not have the qualification, which is actually not such a big problem, because some people are talented. But at the same time, you need the qualification for you to learn about the ethics, like what you talked about as well, for you to be prepared psychologically about what your films can do to the society that you're producing it for. So I'd like to say to them, they should find their way to our college and enroll. We don't have an age limit,
Yeah.
but we do have a limit, because the limit is actually not ours, it's the government's limit for the students that they sponsor. But we don't have a limit here at our college. You can come and study at whatever age, as long as you can pay your own tuition. And
Yeah.
also, I mean, to content producers, I really would like to see a lot of content that is originally Botswana stories. I always say to my students, please visit your grandparents in Shoshong, in Zabong, in Sabina, so that you hear about the stories that happen every day in the villages. Those are very interesting stories,
They are.
which would make really good content for films that are made in Botswana, by Botswana, for Botswana.
Mm, nicely said. Something that is truly Botswana, a true representation of day to day life for the ordinary Botswana. That is beautiful. But for those of us who want to come to AWIL College, some of us still love live production, live performances. We want to come and enroll. What can we do? How can we get a hold of you so that we can possibly apply?
Okay, it's very easy. We are actually at Finance Park, plot 136. And if you want to come physically, you can come. But also, you can find us on Facebook. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. Our website is www.awilcollege@ac.bw, or www.instagram.com/awilcollege. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can find us everywhere.
Okay, that's nicely said. We will reiterate that message one more time. But thank you so much for joining us and sensitizing us on production and the media and all of that and how it can positively impact the world.
Okay. And just one thing that I'd like to say, Sari and Tepiso, if you allow me, I'd like to say that I want to encourage content producers to not despair because of the COVID era or the COVID situation. I know that the COVID situation has affected us in the creative industry, but I'd like to say to them, hopefully next year it will be much better. They shouldn't give up. They should know that this time around, as things are not happening, this is the time they should be writing those stories so that immediately when the market opens up or when the economy opens up, they're able to start creating that content. And I like to send a shout out to my students at AWIL College and
Yes.
tell them that I love them. And I hope they're watching.
Oh, that's so sweet. I wish I had a lecturer as cool as you. They never gave me a shout out. I feel so left out. But I'll be one of your students for today. So, hey, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for imparting your knowledge with the world, with the dreamers out there. It's an honor and a privilege.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Tapisa, for inviting me. Thank you, Sadi, for having me. It was great to see you, Sadi. You still look beautiful.